This is BNN, the Bennington News Network.
Hey, Jeff Grimshaw, BNN. Christmas Eve here in Southern Vermont. Balmy 70 degrees. So what do? You go trout fishing. And we're going trout fishing with outdoor extraordinaire, outdoor unwrapped, Chris Bates. He has lent me a pair of waders, which I guess I'm going to try and put on right now. So I did this kind of with a fire turnout gear before, so it can't be too much different. There's 1 foot. There's 2 feet. Pull this up. Somehow I'm going to have to get these over. Ugh. All right. Let me tell you the last time I went fishing. Last time I seriously went fishing was spring of 1977. I was playing hockey illegally at University of Connecticut, Stanford branch. I was a student at NYU. Met a guy who I played hockey with. He introduced me to my wife. All right, let's go fishing. Water's, I can feel the temperature. It's a little chilly, but...
aren't they an awesome looking fisherman though?
Look at that, hang on. All right, there's an awesome looking fisherman. First cast of Christmas Eve.
So you want me to
Let me get out of your way.
No, we're gonna walk out a little bit. Come on.
All right. Go easy.
You got your sunglasses on?
Yeah. Why?
So you can see in the water?
You know what? These are such shitty sunglasses. What's?
Woo! Boy, this water's moving! All right, so you want me to talk?
Go ahead.
Hey folks, Chris Bates, Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. December 24th, 2015. I am in one of my favorite spots. We're gonna be looking for some brown trout. The water's pretty high. We had a lot of rain, but the brown trout are still here up along the shoreline. Now, because we're fishing in part of the river that is catch and release through the winter here in the Walloomsac, we have to use artificial bait. They are hitting on this copper color with the red hook, if you can see it. The trout are just hammering this stuff the last couple weeks, so we're gonna give this a whirl. The water right now, I'm gonna say is about 38 degrees, maybe 39, but it's getting cold, so we don't have much time yet to fish, but we're gonna give it a whirl on this 70-degree day. Damn it! There was one right there.
Got a hit
folks.
already. First cast hit.
So, if I can get the cameraman to show the little water coming out of that culvert there. The trout are liking that water because it's warm. It's coming out of our water treatment plant here. And because it's warm, the brown trout like to hang out on that side of the river. And the water's kind of deep. I'd like to get a little bit closer, but I don't think that's quite possible. Darn, I had a bite there. But it's moving pretty fast.
So is it just a general retrieve?
Yep, just general nice, because the water's moving so fast, you kind of want to slow it down a little bit. And we're only using 6-pound test line, which is about the weight you want to use, because these brown trout can bite off. They can nick the 4-pound or the 2-pound. They'll nick the line and they're off because they have pretty sharp teeth. You wouldn't think that a trout would, but they do.
Hey, you want me to take a cast or two?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
You know how to do it? All right, so just cast it up about here.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let me get some.
No pulse or...
Nope, just reel her in. We'll go somewhere where it's a little bit calmer, I think.
Go one more?
Throw as many as you want.
Remember, it's been nearly 40 years since I've done this.
Okay.
But I like this. Reel.
Little setup I got there.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, it's really lightweight for trout.
Did I just get a little hit? I don't know. Not really. I think that's just current. All right. All right, so I don't totally suck. I'm not a total lubber. Can I get a review? Hang on. All right, we're going on stop number 2. Tell us about stop number 2.
So, stop number 2 is down the river on the Walloomsac a little bit, and it's a little bit slower here, which is kind of what we got to find right now. We had a lot of rain, and the water's moving really fast, and trout don't like fast-moving water, so they're going to be hugging the shorelines, which now I hope we can get something over here.
So we got we have a sandy, kind of a muddy bottom here instead of rocks. A different bottom altogether.
Yeah, see, it's really slow right here. See how it's not banging us?
Yeah.
Okay. And so...
What about those logs, man?
Yeah, this is
those
really
pools
good fishing.
over there.
Huh?
Those pools over by the logs.
Yeah, this is... See, that fish just jumped right there. There's a fish that just jumped right there by the log.
Okay.
So they're going to be hugging. Here's a great example of some structure and fast-moving water. They're going to be hugging along that wood structure over there. So we're going to try to get out there a little bit closer if we can. And then also, what I didn't mention before is that you want to try to match the colors that are in the river. So whatever's in the river, they're going to be going for a darker color. Dark water, something that flashes, and small, because the metabolism on the fish right now in the cold water is they're going to be looking for small bugs is what they're looking for now. Very seldom will you find minnows at this time of year, but they are out here. So we'll give it a whirl and see what happens. I forgot how good this casts. Yeah, see, the water's a little bit better here, a little bit slower. It's nice. It's not pulling really hard. If you look at the top of my rod, it's not pulling very hard. So that's what you kind of want to look for, especially with a lot of rain. You know, a lot of people think that trout want to hang by the fastest moving water. The only reason they're in fast moving water is looking for bugs or any kind of food that's going to bounce along the rocks, because they'll hide behind a rock and then grab it as it comes across. So that's kind of what you want to look for. Also today, it's a cloudy day. You cannot see in the water, so you have to wear some good polarized sunglasses. I have 3 different colors. I have blue, I have a brown, and I also have a rose-colored sunglasses. Today, because of the weather and the clouds, I want to be able to see in the water so I don't trip over any rocks. I'm wearing brown today, so that's why I'm wearing my sunglasses, so that I can see in the water, crystal clear for me. And that's one tip that you really should always have when you're out fishing. Always have a good pair of sunglasses that you can see the bottom.
All right, let me ask you a question. You're talking pretty loud. Is it a old wives' tale that you can't talk around fishing?
That is a wives' tale. You know, that all happened back in the day. That all happened kind of back in the day when fishing wasn't as sophisticated as it is today. What you don't want to do is you don't want to walk as much, because fish can feel the vibrations. So every time I take a step, they can feel that. Same thing like when you're out in a boat on a lake. If you bang something on the bottom of the boat, the fish can actually feel the vibrations in the water. So yes, that is a wives' tale. Oh look, a leaf fish. All right, let's just give this a whirl here.
Ooh.
That wasn't good. See how fast that got down there?
Yeah, I thought that snagged.
Nah.
Now there's some still water over there. Is that
That's
a
a
prime
good spot.
place?
That would be actually a good prime spot. If we can get down there, we will. But, safety first, folks. Always remember that. Safety first. If it's moving kind of fast, don't chance it. Whatever you do, don't chance it. It's not worth it because you'll be down the river before you know it. And then, even though it's 70 degrees today here on December 24th, 2015, right here in the Southern Green Mountains on the Walloomsac River, the water's still cold. So it's not going to matter. It's not like, it's summertime here. So here's a great spot that you would want to look for a trout. If you look over my left shoulder, at the tip of the wood, you're going to see how the wood breaks up the water and it slows it down. The fish like to sit right on the edge of that, or where that eddy is. There's an eddy right here where it kind of goes slack. That's where they're going to be sitting. So if we can get to it, we will. But again, it's kind of deep. So
let me just tell you one thing. The water's up near my groin, and that's one of the real places that you give off heat and a lot of blood flows. So you start getting 38-degree water around there, you feel it real soon, real soon.
It's fun though to be in the water.
It is.
I love being in the water.
So do I.
It's just, it really is. If you can get out, I'm very fortunate to be able to get out pretty much every day if I wanted to go fishing. It's one of the things that really attracted me to Vermont. What the heck? I could have went anywhere I wanted to go, and I ended up in Vermont for the simple fact that it's got great outdoors, and I love the outdoors. Great fishing, and coming from the Midwest, we don't have this kind of fishing coming in the Midwest. We have more lake fishing. We have big lakes, big body water, for big fish. And here you're generally chasing, anything from 12 inches on up to maybe 24 inches at the biggest. Because, generally these waters are real shallow. And, whoa, that was a nice one. We almost got snagged up there. So.
All right, and if you do get snagged up because of an overcast?
Cut the line.
Cut the line, okay.
Just cut the line.
Cut bait.
Just cut the line and retie. Don't chance it. I mean, if the water was shallower, I would say, yeah, go right ahead. But, now I don't think it's not very wise to be, hanging out in too deep of water, especially because the water is cold today.
Well, again, it's just bonus being out here on this day where, this whole river could be frozen over at this time.
Absolutely. A lot of times, last year, you could come out fishing and it was frozen except for the middle part, which was a lot of fun, which I did come out and I was kind of breaking ice a little bit, because I wanted to go fishing, and I ended up catching a couple rainbows, which are really nice, and very seldom in the wintertime will you catch rainbows out in this part of the river. My lures. There's one. Fish on. All right, folks, fish on. Oh.
Oh, did he throw it?
Nope. He wrapped me around a log. Damn it. Look at that. Darn it!
Fish, 2. Bait, 0.
So there was a fish.
I saw it.
Came to the surface there really quick. Pretty cool. That's what I'm saying is that if you're not hooking them, they're going to get right off. Darn it!
Will the fish be foolish enough if you cast in the same place where you think he's gone to hit again?
No. They don't do that.
I don't know these things.
Quick, throw it back out there!
That's what we amateurs do.
Yeah. Darn, that was a nice fish.
All right, so we have had a great time with Chris Bates from Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. Here, again, it's Christmas Eve, folks. Who cares if you get skunked? You're out on the river, it's warm, and it's an experience you'll probably never, ever have in your life. And we want to thank Chris Bates. And for BNN, I'm Jeff Grimshaw.
This is BNN, the Bennington News Network.